Morning folks from Blackpool Pleasure Beach. It's the first week of the Easter holidays today, so I'm not sure how busy it's going to be. I had a look at the queue times yesterday and they were around about half an hour for everything. I've headed down to Nick Street first. Always recommend coming here first at Blackpool. Reason being that it can only ever run one train, so if anything's going to get a big queue, it's going to be this one today. So I've come down here first. I've seen Launchpad testing this morning. I don't think it's going to open today, but who knows, we might get a bit lucky and we'll see. I'm excited to get back on Icon. I've not been on Icon for about 2 or 3 years now, so that'll be good. Get back on the big one. I'm not a big one fan, but I will definitely do it while I'm here. So yeah, join me for what should be a good day. Sun's shining, looks like a good day, so yeah, should be good. Had my ride on Nick Street. It's crazy to think that coaster's nearly 100 years old. It's so good how they look after their old rides here at Blackpool. Sat in row 2, I always recommend trying to get a non-wheel seat on these older coasters. Dead smooth, dead good, brilliant little ride to start with. I'm going to hit Revolution next, providing that it's open. Always recommend doing that second, so Nick Street first, Revolution second, and then you can basically do anything else after that because everything else runs multiple trains. So no, perfect day so far. In the park for about an hour and 15 minutes so far. I've done Nick Street, which you saw earlier, and then I was going to do Revolution, but that hadn't opened yet, so I jumped in the queue for the big one. Luckily I did get in the queue and it was quite small because it's only running one train, which is a bit of a shame. I can't believe it's Easter holidays and the big one's on one train. It's probably like an hour queue now. So I'm glad I did that when I did. It also broke down while I was on it on the break for about 15 minutes. And then jumped in the queue for Revolution and did that quickly. I'm going to head over to Icon next, I think, and get that done. I've seen Launchpad testing a few times. I think I saw the opening date for around about the 20th of April, but I might be getting that wrong, so I'm pretty sure I'm not going to get on that today, which I would have loved to have done just to see that reimagined. So yeah, so far so good. However, I'd be a bit disappointed I was joining the big one queue now. I don't understand how a ride that big can only be on one train in the Easter holidays. Also, another thing on that is comparing it to Magnum XL200, which I did last year. I don't really like either of them. Magnum just hurt the amount of injector airtime. I was in row 2 on Magnum, and that's supposed to be the best row. So I did that. I did it once and then didn't do it again because I was in pain after coming off that ride. And the big one's just rattly, there's no airtime to it and it just hurts. But having said all of that, it is great to get back on to a classic ride here by Arrow. Obviously they're no longer manufacturing rides, which is a shame. But yeah, it's great to get on these old heritage rides. But the newer stuff, Icon and stuff like that, so much better. So I'm gonna head over to Icon next.
I don't know if anybody's seen this before, but there's these little red pillars by Icon that, oh, it fits come past. They've got the Mac family name running, the Thompson family name, obviously Icon was built by Mac Ride, and obviously the Thompson family own Blackpool. I think that's really cool. I've never seen that before. They're really, really cool.
primary is where Grand Prix used to be. They've done quite a lot of work here to get it demolished, to be honest with you. It's quite a big structure, so it's good to see that it's gone. I'm very intrigued to see what's going to replace it. Obviously we know that there's a large intimate gyro swing coming where the Boulder used to be, which I'll show you a little bit later on. So yeah, it's going to be really, really interesting to see what gets replaced here in the next couple of years. My question for you guys is, what would you like to see it being replaced with? I think it would be a perfect site for a gyro swing, actually, now that I've seen it. But yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe a roller coaster. I think that they probably need one. I've also just had my first ride of the year on Icon, which is great. I absolutely love Icon. Still my favourite ride in the UK. I haven't done Hyperion yet. I'm doing that later on this year. I just didn't get a chance to do it last year, so I'm excited to do that. Everybody says Hyperion is better, but I always reserve judgment on that until I've actually done it. So yeah, looking forward to doing that next year. But Icon's something I absolutely love as well, how photogenic it is off-ride. Putting plenty of off-ride shots for you guys. Yeah, it's just great to film it and great to get back on it. Favourite bit is the hang time you get after the second launch. It's always great on there. So as you can see, the work to get Launchpad open is progressing quite nicely here at Blackpool. I saw it test earlier today. Clearly they're doing some more work to it, and clearly it's not in any time soon. I did Google it just to see if there was a date, but I couldn't see anything, so I'm guessing they haven't set a date yet. I mean, looking at it, it's probably another few weeks at least. They're doing some painting down the bottom, and then they've got a load of tests to do, but it looks really good, to be fair. All freshly done up and stuff, so hopefully it's open soon, because I actually really like the ride. It's just the operations on it aren't great, but apart from that, the ride is actually really, really good. Yeah, very, very good. The park's really busy now actually as well, so I'm just filming some sort of construction and general park updates at the moment. I've just had a look at what was in Gromit. That's probably got a half an hour queue. I reckon same with Ghost Train, so yeah, just have a bit of a wander around and see what's going on, I think. So it looks as if parts of the Grand National have been painted up for this year, which is good. I think that the rest of it probably needs painting up as well, if it's here to stay. I'm not a big fan of the Grand National. I think it's the worst roller coaster here by quite a long way. It just hurts my knees every single time I get on it. I would love to see them do something else. I think that because it's so old, they're not. I mean, I'm all for protecting heritage rides and things like that, but when they get as unbearable as I find the Grand National, I'm quite happy for it to go. I mean, I enjoy Nick Streak, I enjoy the Big Dipper, I enjoy those kind of rides. But this one just absolutely kills. I mean, there's not a lot going on in the station, so it's definitely not raining today, which I'm not complaining about because we did have to get on it. But yeah, it looks like it's here to stay, judging by the paint job that they've done on it. They've done a really good job actually. It does look good, but as I say, whether they can stick some new trains on it or they can do something to make it a bit smoother, they definitely need to do something. So yeah, okay, next stop is the Boulodrome, where the new gyro swing is going, which I'm super excited for. I did the Wonder Woman one at Six Flags Great Adventure last year, and I didn't really have any expectations. I was absolutely blown away by it. Really, really, really enjoyed it. So I'm super looking forward to see what Blackpool do next year. Obviously, we've got Maelstrom and Drayton Manor, which is good, but nowhere near the size of this thing that they're building here. So yeah, heading over there now. So there's not much going on down here today, but clearly they've got all the construction fences up and everything. So hopefully we'll start to see some movement there. There's clearly some demolition work going on, which is great. So yeah, just think next year there's going to be a massive gyro swing here. So, as you've just seen from the last clip, obviously River Caves is still shut. There's not a lot going on down there, so there's not really much to report. And then as you can see from over there, Red Skyforce even. Red Force is not in this country. Skyforce, Red Arrows is also closed. We knew that was going to be closed all season long. They're clearly doing some maintenance work to it, that cars, trains, ride vehicles, I don't know what you'd call them, the seats, that's the word. The seats are not on the gondola. So yeah, they're clearly doing some major work there. I just really hope that they manage to get all this work done this year, and they can have a really good year next year. I mean, you really notice how busy the park is on days like today, where you haven't got Skyforce, Red Arrows, you haven't got River Caves, you haven't got Launchpad. Big Dipper hasn't opened yet, and everything else apart from Icon is pretty much on one train, so it's not that busy, but the queue times are very, very long, which is a massive shame really. So hopefully they can have a bit of a down year this year, but they bounce back next year when they've got the reopening of all of those rides that I've just said, as well as the opening of the massive new gyrus run, which should be good, because this park is great when it runs at full capacity. Icon is a world-class coaster. The big one is a great heritage ride, and then the other support rides are pretty decent. So yeah, hopefully they can get everything sorted out. So this just wraps up my little kind of construction walk around and maintenance walk around, so you can see everything that's been going on. If you want to do these kind of things, please let me know and I'll do some more. Yeah, so I think I'm going to get some lunch now and then see where we go from there. I just walked past Icon actually, so I might go on Icon quickly because that didn't look like it had a massive queue. So I'll head over there, do that, grab some lunch, and then maybe breathe infusion if I'm brave enough to do that. I don't know why I do that to myself, but I've got to do it while I'm here. Spoke to you, had a go on the Big Dipper. Absolutely love that ride. It's a little bit rough, but considering it's 102 years old, it's absolutely great to get back on there. We've also seen the station that there's a plaque to Ricardo, I think, who rode that for 1,000 hours about 25-30 years ago. How he did that, I don't know. I couldn't do it for that long, but yeah, I do really enjoy that ride. It's a proper heritage ride, and it's not that rough actually for 102 years old. I also want to go on Voyage and Gromit. No new season there this year, same as it always is, but yeah, another just decent dark ride. I'm actually going to head onto the Pleasure Beach Express, Pleasure Beach Railway, whichever one you want to call it, and go around on there, and I'm going to show you some shots while I'm on there that you don't normally get to see throughout the rest of the park. Some really unique shots on there which I really like. So yeah, I'm going to head over there next. Don't know why I'm doing this to myself. Wish me luck. Ow. My head is absolutely killing. Like, absolutely pounding. I sat on row 1 and that's got to be one of the worst rides I've ever had. I was just shaking around and trying to point my head forward, trying to point it back, trying doing everything, and it just absolutely killed. And it just needs ripping out and a new thing needs going in it. It is absolutely awful. I mean, they put it on 2 trains as well. It was on 1 train earlier, it had a massive queue. Now it's on 2 trains and there's nobody there. Just, ow is the best word to describe that. Honestly, if you're coming here and you've done these SLCs, do not bother. Yeah, gonna need to take some paracetamol after this. Just think of what could go in this space. It's a massive space. And the potential of it for a decent ride here is phenomenal. So, just from the first drop all the way to the brake run, it's just rattling your head. The worst bit has to be this bit here. Yeah, not good at all. I'm going to head to Ghost Train next, I think. I love getting back on the Ghost Train, a proper classic, that one. Miles better than the Energy on the other one as well. I keep mentioning that one because it was so bad. Not as good as the Curse of Old Manor, but still, always good to get back on a classic. So just had a ride on Steeplechase, which was great. Managed to get onto the yellow track, which is very rare. Normally we just have the green and the red track running. So whenever I see the yellow track going, I always go on that one. It does hurt your back though, I'm not gonna lie. It digs right into your hips as well. They need to do something with the padding at the back. But because your neck was opened by Arrow, what, 50 years ago? Yeah. Not doing too bad. Lots of great historic attractions here, which is always good. There's 40 minutes left until park close, so I'm going to quickly jump in the queue for Icon, have a go on there, and then go on to Avalanche. That's my last ride of the day. Avalanche has had a pretty big queue all day, but that's the last coaster that I've got to do, and then I've done all the coasters, done a couple of dark rides that I wanted to do and stuff. So to be fair, when I saw the queue times earlier this morning, I was thinking that if I get on sort of 5 or 6 things, it'll be great. But I've done alright. It was kind of really busy about 11, 12 o'clock-ish, and then just died off after that. I don't know what happened, whether people have gone home early or what. I'm not quite sure, but yeah, it's been a great day so far. Hopefully finish with maybe front row on Icon and then jump over to Avalanche, we'll see. So that's the day at Blackpool done. Finished with 2 rides on Avalanche. I was on the second to last train, and then there was only 1 person left in the air gate for the last ride of the day, so they let us stay on, which was always nice. Also got on Icon just before then, didn't do a front row, just got on a regular row. Overall, pretty good day. Got on every major coaster. Didn't do Blue Flyer because it's just a little kiddie coaster and I've already got the credit for that one, so I didn't see the point of doing it. Yeah, I mean, Icon is just the main reason to come here, isn't it, really? Yeah, Icon is definitely the main reason to come here. Without that, I don't think it's a great park, to be honest, but not with a great coaster lineup anyway. Big one's obviously iconic, so you've got to do that, but Icon is the standout ride here, by far and away the best one here. I've still got a headache from infusion actually as well, not to mention that. Yes, head is still absolutely pounding, so that's just a standard Vekoma SLC, nothing great. But yeah, overall, very, very, very good day. Loved the Ghost Train, loved Wallace and Gromit as well, which is brilliant. It's just here. Only thing that really, really did annoy me is having to scan those tickets. So, I don't, if you've never been to Blackpool before, so you scan a ticket to get in, and then you have to scan the same ticket to get on every ride, but you actually can't get into the park unless you have a ticket. So it really doesn't make sense, and it's just a right faff and yeah, just a right pain in the backside, to be completely honest with you. I think that they need to make a decision on whether they're going to bring back non-rider. If they do bring back non-rider, then yeah, I totally get it, totally makes sense, and it's totally a good thing. I hope that they do bring back non-rider, because I think that'll be a good thing. I've got lots of friends and stuff that don't actually particularly enjoy roller coasters, but they would come and spend the day and soak up the atmosphere. But yeah, if they're not going to bring back non-rider, then they definitely need to get rid of those scanners, because yeah, they're just, as I say, they're a right pain, and I don't really see the point of them. If anybody knows why they have them, please post in the comments why. So yeah, that brings up, that wraps up today. Next video on the channel will be the trip announcement, that I will actually be there this time next month, which I'm super excited for. So just under a month to go. If you have enjoyed this video, please leave a like, and please subscribe if you're new. Thank you very much.